Canadian Arabs have a vital role in Canadian society. With their various success stories, they were able to lead and make a difference in their communities and across many fields. They inspire all newcomers to Canada due to their success, and they are well celebrated by Canadians and Arabs alike. Among these successful Arabs in Canada is Mr. Ali J. Shahbar. Mr. Shahbar was born to a Lebanese family in London, Ontario in December 1979. He is happily married to Mrs. Bassima Hamoud, and they are the parents to two beautiful girls, Layal and Sarah. Mr. Shahbar started his business journey at a very young age. He was always inspired by his father, Mr. Jim Shahbar, who established a successful wholesale produce business in London a while back. As a child and teenager, Ali used to secretly get into his father's work truck on the weekend and insist on accompanying his father to work. He was passionate about his father's business, and so he decided to follow in his father's footsteps.
We're a produce company. We sell fruit and vegetables processed to restaurants and grocery stores. So the food that you eat at the restaurants, they would call us and we would supply them. So we would contact, say, a farmer in the States or the farmer in Canada, and we'd buy their product and bring it in from America, Mexico, anywhere in Canada, bring it into our city here and distribute it.
The path of success was never easy for Ali, and he faced many challenges and obstacles along the way. However, this helped him become the successful person he is now.
One terrible situation that I had also was the first few months that I owned my company. I had a gentleman that worked for me. So he would work day, finish about 8 o'clock at night, sleep in his truck, come back to work the next day. I didn't know he was poor, but I guess that's what he did. That night, he went to work, he was good. He was finishing his shift about 7 o'clock at night. On the way back from out of town, he fell asleep driving, hit a car from the opposite direction, boom, killed the driver. I'm still new owner. They called me up, the hospital. I'm a kid, I'm 24 years old, 23 years old. Mr. Shahbar, your driver got in an accident. He fell asleep on the wheel, and someone is dead because of it. And still to today it haunts me. Still to today it haunts me. The happy thing is when I bought this company, Snow White. The company I had before, there was only 2 employees.
Same name?
No, the other company I had was Premium Produce. And it was just me and my brother. It was small. We worked 6-7 hours. We made good money, but I wanted something bigger. My father gave me the support to get to here. Then, after I took his advice, I got all support, I saved enough money, and I bought this company on my own. And I bought it on my own, and thank God, it's doing great.
Ali's father, Jim Shahbar, was always the loving guardian, and he offered Ali all the needed advice.
Some wisdom my father gave me, which when I was younger and I first owned my company, I never listened to. So we supply restaurants and we give them credit. So one of these restaurants in London, downtown today, still the restaurant's alive, they were one of my top customers. So when the debt got up to about 10,000 bucks, my dad goes, Ali, listen, don't let a customer get that high, because in the end, they'll take you for the money. I said, well, Dad, if I tell them for the money, they're gonna leave me. He goes, it's better to leave you now than later. I never listened to him. I got to 20,000, he told me the same thing. Ali, collect the money or you'll never see it. I never believed my father. I got to 30, 40, at 50,000 bucks. I got a phone call from the restaurant saying we're closing our doors and we can't pay you. I remember that day when they called me. I went back to the office. I got under my desk. That's a lot of money for a kid, $50,000, right? And I put my head down, and then I walked. Next day I called my dad and I go, I need your help. He goes, why? I go, I just lost $50,000. He goes, are you ready now to listen and succeed? And I said, yes. And from that day on, most of the credit goes to my father.
Ali works non-stop. He is well respected among his employees, who consider him a co-worker rather than a boss. He managed to create a family atmosphere at work.
Now I gotta think of my workers. Oh my God, am I paying them enough? How's their families? Oh, is she sick? I have an employee that, one of the girls that work for me, that had breast cancer. And to me, she's like my sister. When we heard about it, it was like, wow, you know, your employees are your family.
According to Ali, the key to success is to love your job and to be loyal to it.
People who are new to this country, if they, especially in Canada, where they give you so many chances to succeed, if you put the time and effort and do what you want and what you love, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit in this country, right? So just work hard. We're a team. We're a team. And the people that work for me, we're family.